Oh, hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. So, if you are in the world of chess and you're up to the latest news, you're following the daily chess news, you must have heard about this FIDE online Olympiad that has been going on, and the people who are participating in it, they represent their countries and their nation and their teams. So, this is one of the matches where our legend Vishwanath Anand sir has played with this Hungarian grandmaster Viktor Erdos, who has been a good grandmaster from past 10 years. So Anand sir here with the white pieces opens with uh, one e4, and Mr. Victor replies with one e5, and we have knight to f3 from Anand sir attacking this undefended pawn on e5, and we have knight to c6 from Victor, just defending this pawn. Now we have bishop to f5. The light square, Anand sir has activated his light square bishop. Maybe Anand sir is also ready to castle, but we have the standard Rai Lopez on the board. Now black asks a question for the bishop. What are you going to do? What are you going to do with the bishop? You want to capture my knight? And this answer replies, I'm going back, but I'm still aiming at your knight. So the knight jumps to f6, attacking this e4 pawn, which is undefended. Anand simply castles, and we have b5 from Victor, further harassing the bishop. The bishop has only one square, and Anand sir has to be careful here because maybe the pawn can advance further and just trap the bishop. Okay, bishop back to b3, and we have bishop to c5. This is a normal development of the bishop from the black side, and here we have a4 from Anand sir, just to clear off the queen side pawns. And but we have rook defending b5, just waiting for the opportunity from Victor. And Anand sir goes for d3. Maybe in future the white can play c3 and d4 and further harass this black dark square bishop. So Victor castles and Anand sir captures, and we have knight to c3, attacking this attacking this pawn. But for the current time, it's defended by the rook. But at some time, if let's say if the rook moves here looking for a trade, just we can put pressure on this pawn. D6 from Victor, just adding a defender to this bishop, and maybe the bishop can sometime come back because Victor is already aware of this pawn push, which further pushes back his bishop. So we have h3 from Anand sir. He knew that maybe Victor is going to play knight g4, so he just doesn't want to he doesn't like that, and he doesn't give the square for the f knight. So even the same idea from Victor, he plays h6 to prevent any knight g5 ideas from Anand sir, and we have knight to d5 from Anand sir. The knight is very well placed in the center. It's defended by this bishop and this good pawn. So Victor doesn't like this, and he trades the uh, knight. So now Anand sir captures back with the bishop, so that it still attacks the other knight. So the knight comes back to e7, attacking the bishop, and bishop goes back. And your knight back to g6. Victor, I think he is trying to get his knight to h4 and challenge this knight, because the queen is also controlling the h4 square, and maybe this can activate Victor's queen. So c3 from answer, and I think he's connecting his bishop and queen, and also he's ready to push this d4 and challenge the bishop. So queen to f6 by Viktor. Finally, he has activated his queen. So we have d4 from Anand sir attacking the bishop. Bishop goes back, and we have bishop to e3. Anand sir has developed his dark square bishop, but there are no good discoveries here. Even though if you can capture on e e5, it opens up an attack on the bishop, and it also attacks the queen. But the rook and the pawn are doing a good job defending the bishop, so there's nothing black should worry about. You can simply capture with the knight. Bishop to b7 from black, attacking this undefended e4 pawn, and we have bishop back to c2 from Anand sir, just defending it. Rook to e8 from Viktor. Maybe Viktor is trying to bring his rook into the game and maybe double up sometime on the e file. And we have the same idea from Anand sir, but just maybe Anand sir is trying to move his queen at some point and maybe connect his rooks. Knight to f4 from Viktor. Maybe for me, I personally think maybe Viktor is trying to sacrifice his knight here. Maybe open up the position, go for this deadly check, and which opens up this deadly g file. But that would not be the main idea. The thing that further needs some more preparation, I'm guessing. King to h2 from Anand sir. He's trying to get near his the king side protecting pawns, I should say. Captures. Bishop captures on d4, attacking the queen. The black queen has to move, and it also attacks the bishop. So Viktor trades the bishop here, and knight takes on d4. We have a d5 from Viktor. Maybe if Anand sir takes here, maybe he's ready to trade off rooks. So Anand sir has activated his queen to f3. Now his rooks are connected. Queen to e5 from Viktor. Now this can be possible because it opens up the attack on the queen, and of course you don't want to give up your queen for a rook, because both rooks are connected and it opens an attack on the queen. Viktor. Now Anand sir plays here g3, attacking the knight. Of course the knight has to go back to this square, or just go back to this square. But this square is not is also possible, but he goes back to e6, attacking, putting pressure on this knight, as the knight is only defended single. I mean, only by the one pawn. So takes, and we have e takes on d5. Now attacking the rook, but also opens up the discovery on the queen. But black should not worry about this, because he can simply capture the queen, which he actually did. Now putting pressure on the white's queen. So the white queen, maybe white moves somewhere like this. This is just game over. So Anand sir tries to decides to trade off queens here, and he captures on d5. Bishop captures on d5. Rook captures. Now we have a rook and a light square bishop from the both sides, and also I think we have the same number of pawns on the board. Bishop to e4 from Anand sir. He's looking at this diagonal. Maybe the rook can also jump in and pin the rook to the king, forcing Viktor to trade off rooks again. And he plays Viktor responds with c5. Okay, I'm just going to develop my pawns. Now Anand sir goes to a5 with rook. With his rook, putting pressure on this pawn. Maybe he can also play c6, putting double pressure on this pawn. G6 from Viktor, just pushing his pawns on the king side. Maybe white should also be ready to push these pawns and start attacking on the king side. So we have the same idea from Anand sir. He pushes to h4. Maybe we have this pawn chain here. Maybe Anand sir can go move his king, and but this is not possible for the moment. Maybe he can bring his king to g2 and then go to f3 and then start attack coming into the game like this. So Victor activates his king. Finally, he brings his king into the game. Now the king can jump here, come here, and attack the bishop. So king to g2 from Anand sir. Anand sir also decided to activate his king. Uh, Victor decided to add a defender to his pawn by placing his bishop on c4 so that his rook can, move to this file, give some checks and cut off the king on a lane. The king to f3 from Anand sir. Anand sir is trying to, maybe go here or go up and maybe push the pawn and, just trade off pieces. So rook to b6 from Victor, just so is ready to give this check, and king moves back to the g file. I think this is a good idea decision by Victor. He to cut off the king on uh, the f file, but he still moves back again. So answer pushes his pawn. We have bishop to e6. Maybe I can play h5 at some point and maybe push g5. So answer doesn't give that opportunity to him, and instead he plays g5. So takes, we have a trade here, and we have c4 from Victor, just locking the position. Now my pawns are protected. So rook to a7 from Anand sir, looking at this pinning this pawn, but also Anand sir has the ideas of trading rooks here, which so b4 from Victor attacking this pawn. Anand sir goes for b7, rook b7. Now Victor black has to definitely trade rooks, because if he moves his rook, he's going to lose this pawn. So takes and takes. We have equal number of pieces on the board. We have the light square bishop end game. 3 pawns, 3 white pawns, 3 black pawns. We have f6 from Victor, but answer simply defends with f4. So Victor doesn't like this pawn to be pushed further, so he blocks with f5, bishop f5. Also Victor has ideas of placing his bishop on d3 and give some protection, maybe if this bishop tries to attack this pawn. So which Anand sir actually decided to attack on c4. Now bishop to d3. This bishop and pawn connection is immortal. Nothing, the black, none of the, neither the black king nor the black, I mean the white king can't come, cannot do anything to this connection. That's what I meant. Okay, king comes back. Maybe answer is trying to get his king to d4, put more pressure on this pawn. We have takes, and Victor is trying to get his king into the game, because this bishop is doing a good job and this pawn is cutting off, so he has to come in this way. So he brings his king. Anand sir gets his king to d4, putting more pressure. Bishop moves back, takes. Now we have white is up a pawn, and black's pawn is simply not not much moving, and it is stuck with this pawn. So it takes 3 steps for him to activate his pawn. We have the first move, the second move, and third move, and then this pawn starts rolling. But answer here just can simply move his king, and just 1, 2, 3. So by the time this black pawn starts starts activating this pawn, this white pawn would have already been on c6, and white is clearly winning. So king to b5 from Anand sir, now making way for his pawn. So c4 from Anand sir captures, and c5 from Anand sir. And it was in this position that Viktor Erdos resigned the game, because he has clearly saw what's going to happen in the future of this game, and that's how Anand sir has took the lead in this game. I like this game very much. It shows the the legend is still in the game. Okay guys, thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give a thumbs up, like and comment if you want uh, if you want me to create much more videos. Thank you.